Alright guys, so if you're struggling with Scratch, I'm going to go over how to do each of these projects, try to help you guys out. So if you are struggling, you can go back, watch these, hopefully help you with it. So let's start with the first one, which is the name animation. All we're going to do is start with a blank canvas, and you're wanting to animate to where you end up with at least 4 letters of your name or nickname for this project. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how I do it, but I'm also going to show you right here under tutorials. If you scroll down, there is animate a name. It'll help you somewhat through this, but I'm going to show you my version of it, and we're going to do that so you guys can do that on your own. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, we're going to get rid of our Scratch cat, or the first sprite, and we're going to go over here and we're just going to use their letters. And in this case, I'm going to use the L, O, N, and G. Now what you're going to notice is they're all jumbled, and we can click up over here, and my G disappeared on me there. I accidentally cut the I off. So I'm going to put these over here in the order I want them to be. You can also check out when you click one of these, you go over to costumes, sometimes you'll have different colors depending on which one you have, or if you wanted to go in there and recolor. Now we also need our background, so the bottom right hand corner, in this case I'm going to just use the Arctic background. And what we're going to do, what I expect, is for these letters to pop up over here, transfer, come down here, and finish here. That's kind of the vision I have. So I'm going to go here under my code. I'm going to start with my L, and I'm going to drag and drop, and you'll see my letters or my position, X, Y position changes. So I'm going to drag and drop, and I want it to start here. Now with Scratch, most things will start with this green flag. So we're going to say when the green flag is clicked, we want under motion it to go to that position. Now you'll notice this will change over here based on where you place it. So I placed it up here, so that's why that works. So now no matter where this ends up, every time I click the green flag, the L is going to show up there. Now I want it to, if I tell it to go to, it'll automatically pop up here. So we're going to tell it to glide, taking 1 second to glide to that position. So far, this is what we have. It starts there, glides, and then I want it to glide down. So I'm going to put it where I want it to end, so it updates my numbers, and then I'm going to tell it to glide there. So what you'll see at the beginning of this, that's going to pop up. Now we're going to go to our O. So we're going to click here. Now you can see there's no code. So I'm going to go under events. I want to say when the green flag is clicked, I want this O to show up right there. So I'm going to use that go to function again. So when the green flag is clicked, it will go there. I want it to glide to that spot, and maybe I want this one to kind of bounce around a little bit, and I can change this to speed it up. So I'm going to say glide there, move it, pull my new one, change my time frame. We're going to just repeat this, and to keep it time-wise to 2 seconds, I'm going to keep doing that quarter, and so quarter of a second. And what we're going to end up with is this. Now what you're going to notice, they go at the same time, which is not what I want. So I'm going to use what is called a wait block. So under control, I'm going to tell it to wait 1 second. Boom, boom, boom. All right, it finishes there. Now let's say I don't want it to, show up right away. What I could tell it to do is actually here under looks, I could tell it to hide. So when the green flag is clicked, O stays hidden, waits 1 second, and then I want to tell it to show up at that position so it looks like it's appearing. I'm going to repeat this process 2 more times really quickly for my next one. So in this case, when the green flag is clicked, I want my N to show up here. But in this case, I'm going to tell it to stay hidden. We already know, because as we learn, we're going to say we want this to hide. And we're going to tell it to wait. In this case, we're going to wait 2 seconds. Might have to change that to 3. Then we're going to tell it to show up. Actually, we're going to have to tell it where to go, then show up. So now what we've got, L, O, N shows up. Now we can tell N to glide here, then to glide there. And you can see as this starts how that's going to look. And now here's a little shortcut I will show you guys. Right here at the bottom we have the backpack. So we know we're kind of copying some of this. I can drop that in my backpack. Now when I go to my G, I can actually drag this out, drop it in here. And now what this is going to do is the G is going to do the same exact thing as in, but if we want to change some of that, obviously all we need to do is grab our G, say we're going to get rid of these two things. We're going to say wait 3 seconds. Probably didn't work. It wasn't worth doing it. We are going to tell it to wait 3 seconds, go to that position, and then show up. And so what we'll have, it helps save us a little bit time on code building that. And now we can just say, all right, go there, and then finish where we want it to. This is really all you had to do for this first assignment. Nothing too crazy, just showing that you understand how these things work, how to make something glide across a page, move, add sprites, add a background. That's all you had to do for this assignment. If you have any questions, let me know, but I look forward to seeing what you guys have. And also, have fun playing with it, but make sure whatever you do, you can click the green flag, and then everything happens on its own. Nothing, you shouldn't have to press anything, and every letter should move, grow, shrink, whatever, and then restart completely at the beginning. All right.